Probably one of the most honest videos I'm going to give you is this is fucking shit at the minute. It's so difficult, and I don't mind being quite honest to say it's difficult, even though we've won some amazing contracts recently. So when you look at just where we are and where I perceive we would be, it's just miles away from it. And yeah, we're losing too much money. That's the reality to it. We're losing way too much money, and I don't know how long I can sustain it. That's just, you know, the truth of it. You know, that's just the truth of it, really. What do? Do we keep going? You know, do you give it to the end of the year like I said I have? I just don't know. You know, it's hard. There's you know, people's livelihoods on the line here with this, and I just don't know how much longer I can go on. It's becoming really difficult, and I keep going back to that one conversation I had with the ex-CFO of Two Sisters Group, and he loved what Rupert did, but you know, he said this one. He asked me this one question, and it's a question that I've been really pondering from day one, post that conversation. Is Rupert a product or is it a feature? And I don't know which it is. There's nothing wrong building a business which is sort of, you know, a feature of something else's, but it's such a crowded space. I just don't know. I just don't know if this is a product or a feature, and I just don't know how much longer we can sustain the way we're going. You know, Rupert Connect has brought in some good revenue, which is fine, but it's not enough to sustain where we are. You know, I was hoping Rupert Connect, in terms of the fully managed service, would kick off. It hasn't really, being quite open. It's sort of. I just don't know if people care about their comment section. You know, all these influencers, you know, people on LinkedIn or LinkedIn influencers, you know, they all say it, but you know, I even had one that, you know, was a massive sort of star in the marketing world, and she turned Rupert off. You know, I actually refunded her in the end because she was kicking off about something. I said, just to support her. She said, look, refund her, it's fine. But you know, that's £200, and I'm just sort of sitting there going, wow, if you got someone of that ilk who on LinkedIn professes to be a very successful person, has got a big YouTube account, a growing YouTube account, should I say, and they're turning it off, or, you know, to be fair, she was never really a client, really, so I didn't even realise she was paying, in truth. But I sort of just look at that and go, wow, that, like, she screams, you know, this particular influencer screams to the rooftops about community and engaging, and yet, again, maybe this is just all a facade. All of it, maybe just, well, I don't know. It's just really hard at the minute, and I don't know what to do. I really don't. The bank holiday's coming up, which is nice. It's 4 days off. I think I can sort of just, you know, recuperate. But like today, it's Sunday. I've been working all morning, and I don't know. The problem is, I keep coming back to, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. And I guess why I'm getting more frustrated currently is because I've already done this once, actually twice, and both of those were really successful. And this just isn't at the moment. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I'm focusing on the wrong things. I don't know if it's because, again, it's a product and or feature. I just do not know. Don't know. I really don't know. Wish I did know. Oh well. Do we carry on? I don't know. You know, all the contracts we've won we'll fulfill those, whatever happens, because, you know, and hopefully the big one with the big tool manufacturer will become to a global, kind of global contract. You know, the other one that had verbally agreed and was waiting for just the date to start, they've pushed it back for a few months. So it's just like, oh, for Christ's sakes, why? But then on the other side of it, we've had a brand pay up for the entire year, which is great at a discounted rate. But then on the flip side, that I had a massive cruise firm on Friday who, again, these are like 10, 15 grand cruises per person. Their brand is so important to them, and the chap on the phone, a really good guy, was like, look, just don't know if it's saving of time for us. And it's like, well, it is saving time, but also this is instant, so your team don't have to go on every other day and check the comments if there's something negative that's affecting the brand, especially on the paid side. And I just don't get it. I know economically the world's in quite a predicament at the moment, especially with what's going on in Iran and the fuel supply is not hitting where it needs to, and that's going to really bite us in the arse in the next probably 12 months now, 18 months. Supply chains haven't been hit yet. They're going to be hit massively. It's a really precarious position at the moment. AI, Rupert are powered by AI, right? A lot of businesses now are powering themselves by AI. Chips aren't being made because of the issue with some of the gases that aren't going through the Hormuz channel. So what's going to happen with that? Just all of it at the minute. I'm just sort of looking from afar and just going, wow, what's going to happen, economically, not just for us, just for everybody. Going to a supermarket, that's going to go up by 4 or 5%, over the next year, just because, again, this isn't hit as yet. We're losing jobs tomorrow, every other day because of whether it be economics, whether it be bringing AI so that big businesses trying to have less headcount. Just all of it's really interesting at the moment. It's interesting, scary, but also, I listened to a podcast last week about someone talking about actually what it was Daniel Priestley actually saying about what jobs could be created because of AI, which I sort of understand. And when you look at YouTube entering the sort of TV-ish market, and it's parallel to what TV is, but look at what TV has become now. It's a shadow of itself. So I sort of tend to agree, but also sort of tend to disagree as well a little bit with some of the these influencers that put out some content. Some of it's brilliant. Priestley specifically, I really like his stuff. But I do wonder and just go, where's the, where's all this going to end? And I don't know. My biggest concern at the moment is AI is so cheap. I pay pennies a month for the volume that we do, and I am confused as to when that is going to increase. Can the business sustain it? So at the moment, let's say our costs went up by 40 times, I couldn't sustain that, so we'd have to turn off. That's scary. And my whole business is built on that. Now when you look at small businesses that get rid of their employees to do bring in bots and agents to do certain pieces of work, what if suddenly it's 40 times? Well, is that is it cheaper than an employee? Still, yes, it will be. But all your margin's gone again. It's just interesting. So that's where I am at the minute. It's just really difficult. And I wish it was better. But it's not. But I'm still clinging on for hope, and I'm not. I'm putting a lot of effort into this, and I can, whatever happens, I can leave with my head held high to say that, look, I did all I physically could to make Rupert work, and so that's where I am.